Hello and welcome to the Brand and Flow podcast. I'm your host and guide, Kuru Romar, and in this podcast, we'll talk about how you can transform your business into a brand your customers won't be able to resist, as you will get to know how to stand out, attract the right people, and stay in their mind by creating a feeling, an experience, a strong reputation for your business. With our weekly episodes, we want to turn you into a brand leader for you to know which actions you need to take to build and grow your brand consistently and passionately. So are you ready to brand and flow to make your business grow? Let's go. So here we are, the 9th episode of the Brand and Flow podcast. And today we talk about what is a brand DNA and why you need to focus on it. Now, generally, your brand DNA defines your business and who you are as a business and what are you doing. And it's similar to our DNA because our DNA defines who we are, right? And we're connected to our parents. So we get that DNA given over from them and their ancestors, right? So in this case, where you got that brand DNA is from the connection of your business strategy. Now, what I mean is, if you listened to previous episode where we talked about the 3 main strategies how to build your successful business, we realized that the brand strategy is the connector of your business and marketing strategy. And when you're defining your brand DNA, which is the first step of defining your brand strategy, you're connecting your brand strategy with your business strategy. Because you're building a brand to express your business. So you need to have that clarity first in what your business represents and what you're offering and what you stand for in order to express it, right? So the brand DNA includes 4 different elements: your purpose, your vision, your mission, and your values. And I need to say it here. A lot of business owners don't focus on defining their brand DNA because they believe that they won't make money with that their customers are not interested in that. And I hope you don't think like that. I know you don't think like that. Because your brand DNA is meant for internal clarity. It's meant for you to know what your business is and what you're doing in order to express it out to the world, in order to attract leads, in order to turn them into customers and into loyal customers, right? So you need to be clear internally first, you as a business owner, as well as your team and everyone that is responsible for the business success. And that's why it's so important to define your brand DNA. If you don't define your brand DNA, you're stepping in a foggy room. The actions that you're taking are not aimed for a certain goal. You're not clear in this. And if you're not clear, then the outcome of that will simply be a mess. So we need to gain clarity in there first to build up on top of it. And you can really imagine it like building a house. The basement needs to be solid. It needs to be stable for you to build on top of it. And if you don't build on a solid foundation, in this case, on defining your brand DNA and getting clear on this, you're simply building, a not solid house. And after a certain time, it will show cracks and it might collapse into pieces. And that's not what we want. We want you to build something sustainable. We want you to build a successful, profitable business by transforming your business into a brand, building that reputation, attracting the right people to your business. So let's get a bit deeper into the elements of your brand DNA. And let's start with the purpose. The purpose is the reason why your business exists beyond just making money. And the purpose is so important because it fuels the passion internally. It sums up why your business exists and you're able to motivate yourself with that. Because what will happen in times where your business might not be as successful as you expected it to be? You need to have something where you fuel your energy. You need to have a reason why your business exists beyond just making money, simply to stay connected with it. You as a business owner, as well as your team, they need to know why they're doing all of their work. There needs to be a bigger reason behind that, besides just making money. And you can see it, a lot of corporate companies, they have this, their employees are not connected to the business anymore because they just do the work for the money. And then the motivation is linked to the money. And that's not what we want. We want our employees to be linked to it. So the purpose is mainly, as we said, internally, but we want the customers to be a fan of what we're representing, what we're doing. We want them to understand why our business exists because that's what makes us unique. That's what makes us valuable in their eyes, right? That's why they choose us over others that might offer similar solutions. So it's so important to find your purpose. And defining your purpose can be tricky sometimes because it has to be general enough to be inspiring, but clear enough to be guiding. And I think that sometimes when you go like into the core of why you built that business, you might understand the purpose. I can tell it from my perspective. The reason why I became a branding coach is because years ago, I was struggling to build and grow the brand for our e-commerce store. I didn't know how to move forward. I didn't have the knowledge. I wasn't coached to find out on what I need to focus and how I need to plan and build it. So my purpose, my energy comes from everyone that is ready to build a successful and profitable business. The reason why I am sharing the knowledge and insights is simply because I want you to be successful with your business. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed and not knowing how to move forward with your brand and feel not confident in expressing your business and selling your products or services. I want you to feel confident in that. I want you to know how to do it. And it's not just by providing a solution, which is, brand guidelines or brand book, and then you don't know how to move over with that, because that's what I had. I had beautiful looking brand guidelines that told me what to do and not to do, but I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to move forward there. And branding is meant to influence our customers' perception to buy our products. We are able to influence their purchasing decisions. We have a really big power. And we as consumers, if you go into that side of yourself, as a consumer, we get influenced every day. And we take our purchasing decisions up to that. So you have the same power on your customers if you just know how. And that's the important part. So anyhow, I thought we'd take IKEA as an example to define the brand DNA, to make clear about what they stand for. And IKEA's purpose is to create a better home for a better society. That's the reason why their business exists. They believe that everyone should be able to afford their products. And we go into that, into the beliefs and everything later, but that's their purpose. And now when we go into the second element, which is the vision at the end is what you're aiming to be, what you're aiming to achieve. So it's the one day. And you can imagine it like the North Star of your business, of your brand. So it helps you to know the direction you want to go. If you know the North Star, it was used as a direction to always know where the North is. And for you, it's your vision. And instead of you just aiming for the sky, you're able to aim for a certain concrete direction. And that's what you have to do to stay focused, right? So your vision sums up what you're aiming to be. And every action that you're taking should end up in achieving your vision. And your vision should be achievable. It should be something that you have to hardly work on, but you should be able to achieve it. And we'll talk about how to define your vision in another episode in more details. But I want to tell you that it shouldn't be a dream. It should be realistic to be achieved, but it shouldn't be easy so you have no real goal to aspire to, okay? Again, we'll talk about that in more details, so tune in for the other episodes if you're more interested in finding out how to define your vision. But it's important that you know your vision because everything else directs to it. You need to have that clarity, okay? And when we come back to the IKEA example, IKEA's vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people. And we can already see in here what they used. They want to create a better everyday life for the many people. So they want to serve everyone and they want to offer them products which make their life better, right? And now when we go into the third element, which is the mission are the daily actions you take, the commitments to achieve your vision. So if your vision was the one day, your mission is today, what you're doing, what actions you're taking, what decisions you're taking, right? And as an example, IKEA's mission is to offer a wide range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at prices so low that as many people as possible will be able to afford them. By the way, you can find all the information on their website, but you can see now how their mission leads to their vision, right? So they offer a wide range of well-designed, functional home furnishing products at prices so low that as many people as possible will be able to afford them because they want to serve the many people. They want to impact their life by helping them to create their home with well-designed products, qualitative, high products that are able to be used from everyone, right? So we see here that they wouldn't be able to offer us a luxurious furniture because that wouldn't fit to their vision, right? If they would do this, they would simply stop being authentic. They would not stick to what they said that they would stick to. And I think that everyone, no matter which income level, owns one product from IKEA. And that's where we see that they've achieved their vision. They've achieved everything that they're doing, right? And now the last element of your brand DNA are your values. Your values are important in the way you're doing business. So again, they are meant internally and externally as well. You can use all those 4 elements in your communication. You can upload them on your website. You can communicate them through your social media channels and everything. But as I said, they are mainly meant for internal clarity. But you should use ways to express what you represent in your communication so your customers get aware of it, right? And we'll talk about brand messaging and how you have to use certain messages as well in more details. But generally, you need to know that it's guiding you internally. And if it's guiding you, your actions will be showing everything that you have defined. And that will be then clearer to your audience if you keep consistently taking certain actions that lead back to what you stand for as a business. And now as an example, IKEA's values are togetherness, caring for people and planet, cost consciousness, simplicity, renew and improve, different with a meaning, give and take responsibility, and lead by example. Now, we can already see that some of them are meant internally and some of them are general, which are affected externally to their customers as well. Something like togetherness can mean togetherness internally, but as well belonging because they are serving the many people, right? And caring for people and the planet. That suits back to their vision and their purpose. The reason why they offer their products to affordable prices is because they care. They want everyone to live comfortably at home and to own products that they feel home. Cost consciousness. We talked about affordable pricing, simplicity. Now, something like lead by example, from only looking at it, sounds something that it has to be more internal because they talk about leadership here, right? So it can be taken as an external communication, as I said, but it needs to be communicated externally in the right ways. Now, IKEA is a known brand and they put it there and they put some more details. You can check it out on their website. But generally, if you're starting out, you should maybe not choose that many values. I would suggest you to have like 3 to 4 values to really focus, and always make sure that you're living those values, that you are taking actions based on those values, and that those values are clear for your audiences. And if you feel like you don't want to put them there, you just want to express them and want people to perceive you in that way, then go that way. But stay focused and use your brand DNA to know what you're doing and why you're doing it, and to make sure that others will understand what you're saying. It's so important. Your brand DNA is really fundamental. And you will see that once you sit down and define your brand DNA, your branding and your marketing will feel easier for you. And you will start to understand more in details really how to link your business strategy, how to link that idea that you have in your mind, and how to express it out to the world. It's fundamental for you to get deeper into this. So that's it to the brand DNA. I hope it's a bit more clear what's meant with the brand DNA and why it's so important for you to focus on it. As I said, we'll go more into each of the elements in next episodes because it takes some time to go into it. And we should definitely be able to work with the knowledge that we gain here, right? You should be able to take actions from it. So start getting more into how to define those certain elements and how to get deeper into it. And start with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just start with it. And if you have any questions or if you want to go deeper into a certain element together with me, connect with me and we'll figure it out together. So you're able to become your brand leader. Remember, you are powerful. You are able to bring and lead your business to success. So use that power and gain clarity. So that was it for this episode, and I can't wait to connect with you and have you back in the next episodes of the Brand and Flow podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode and it was helpful for you. To provide you more insights and tips, I need your feedback. So please rate or leave a review. Connect with me. And if you know a passionate entrepreneur who would benefit from this episode, share it with them so we can grow together. Can't wait to have you back in the next episode of the Brand and Flow podcast. Until then, don't forget, if you brand and flow, your business will grow.